The Lions beat the Packers, the Rams beat the Bills, and the Kansas Chiefs are sucking the devil's cock. Welcome to the Fumble Forecast. Hi, welcome to the Fumble Forecast week 14, sorry. I'm not going
Oh,
to
Marky, after all these times that you've criticized me, it seems that you have forgotten what week it is.
It's I'm not gonna lie, I'm not tip top. Had a late night last night and
It's all right,
woke in
Marky. We're
today.
used to that from you.
Yeah, fuck you.
No one expected any more or less.
So let's just get into it. Week 14, Thursday night, Packers
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Motor City.
What a ripoff.
Ooh. Ooh. God damn.
Yeah,
Talk
that was an amazing football game.
about some good fucking football.
Yeah. Shame that the Packers couldn't get it done at the end and put the Eagles in first, though.
Yeah. And for that, the Packers achieve fraud of the week.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But no, in all seriousness, 206 yards, 12 for 20, a passing touchdown. Jordan Love, uh, Jordan Love looked fine this week. Josh Jacobs looking pretty fucking good. 3 touchdowns on only 66 yards carrying.
Yeah, it was a good game.
But Dan Campbell's aggressiveness is
He
something
just balls on people, dude. He can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah, no, seriously. He has gone for so many plays that analytics are like, just do the opposite, and he gets them.
He has changed analytics at this point with how many times he's fucked it. Like, the statistics are now skewed.
Yeah, I agree, but I also think that's just a testament to how much the team has faith in him. Dan Campbell, and this is just somebody speaking as a new watcher to football.
You can't say that shit no more. It's been years.
Maybe they're one of their best coaches of all time. He has galvanized a team that went from
Dumpster fire,
no ring, into back-to-back ring contention.
It's hard to think about. Only 3 years ago, I think it was, the Lions had a 3-win season.
Yeah.
It's hard to think about. Yeah, I think it was 2021 to 23. Yeah, in 21 to 22, they went 3-13.
You know, he is definitely one of the coaches of all times for the Motor City.
He's something, all right. I don't think it's arguable at this point. He's the best coach that the Lions have ever had, even though he hasn't won a Super Bowl. They just don't have a very high standard for coaches.
Yeah.
Seeing as how they've never fucking won dog shit. No offense. I mean, we were there only a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think the Packers-Lions game was really good. Didn't really go the way that we as Eagles fans really wanted it to, but I like football. So it was a really fun game to watch.
Mm-hmm. And now, speaking of our home city, our
I don't really want to talk about the Eagles.
It was an ugly win, but a win nonetheless.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it. You can say whatever you want. I feel like whenever I do this, it's about whoever in a week I feel had by far the most disappointing performance of anyone in football or any group or anything like that. I've got to put Jalen Hurts on fraud watch. I have to, and I'm a big booster of Jalen's, but I mean, dude, you threw for 108 yards passing, and I totally get the argument. We didn't need to. Most of the time, you get the argument of, well, we didn't need to throw for a bajillion yards in order to win. This game, you did. You pulled this one out by the skin of your ball sack. And honestly, if it wasn't for the defense showing up and shutting them down in the last drive of the game, you'd have been fucked. If it wasn't for Leggette's brick-ass hands, the Eagles would have lost this game. Okay? And I think that, yes, he executed the coach's plan in that he had a high completion percentage. Okay? He went 14 for 21. That isn't dog shit by any means at all whatsoever. But I'm sorry, you can't throw for 108 yards. In 41% of his, this was a stat that I found, in 41% of his dropbacks against the Panthers on Sunday, Jalen Hurts was sacked, scrambled away with it, or threw it away. 41% of his dropbacks. So a little under half the time he gets sacked, scrambles, and takes off with it, or throws it away. That's not a winning statistic right there. You pulled this one out by the dick hairs.
Yeah.
And
No,
so I'm sorry, I
absolutely.
have to bestow my fraud watch of the week on Jalen Hurts. However, I will come back in here and defend my man's immediately. What in the actual fuck is the play calling? What in God's name are they doing? There was that one drive, right, where they just, Saquon takes off, runs a bajillion yards, and then 1, 2, 3 back-to-back quarterback keepers. Or it might have been 2. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it was 3 quarterback keepers back-to-back-to-back. Why? Stop it with the fucking quarterback keepers. I'm going to scream. I just don't know what they're thinking, dude. And every passing play that they design for this guy, they all go forward 5 yards and then break. And then that's it. It's either it's a 5-yard play where everyone's covered and the defense has everybody blocked up, or it's this long developing play that takes 10 seconds for everybody to get into position. Stop it. No more. You got to have like checked out routes, and you got to have mesh options, and you got to mix it up. Let's see a Y stick. I want to see a Y stick out there somewhere on the field. Show me something. Okay? I feel like Jalen Hurts is getting really limited in the options that they're giving him, because if you actually go and watch the plays develop, it either takes way too long for the play to develop and there's no options for him to throw it to that have completed their route yet, or it's a 5-yard passing play and everyone's covered. Let's see some variety here. But I'll tell you what, Kellen Moore, Miff, he sure can draw up a running play. So yeah, that's kind of how I felt about this game.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at the play-by-play. That
Was it 3? It was in the first quarter.
No, it was not.
Oh, when was it?
It was
Second quarter?
It was at the end of the third. Saquon runs. Saquon gets 2 carries for 26 yards. Then Hurts keeps it 3 times afterwards.
Yeah, I was right. It was 3. What the fuck is that play call? I thought it was much earlier, but what? Yeah. Why? Yeah, I knew I wasn't nuts. Oh, and Saquon Barkley broke the franchise record for rushing in a single season, and we still have 3 more games to go.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If it gets to the last week of the season, right, and we got everything locked up, and Saquon has the record in his sights, do you think they should sit him?
Absolutely.
Fuck no. Get that record. Bro, I'm telling you, if it's in sight and he can get the record, okay, let him do it. Do you know how much of a confidence booster that would be for him going into the postseason? And for the O-line?
Sure, but it just increases chances of injury, man.
Sure.
I get it. It's a confidence
Yeah,
boost.
it's all about the psychology of the decision.
Motherfuckers, the goal is the ring. It's the trophy.
Yeah, and I think that this increases your chance of getting the win. And the reason that I say that is because it makes them feel more confident. You can't underestimate the motivation of the dogs versus how defeated do you think somebody would feel going into the postseason knowing that they were sat out of a record that they could have gotten that probably won't be broken for another 50 years. I'd feel a little deflated. Tell me I'm wrong.
Can we just get like 300 yards from him these next 2 games?
He needs more than that.
How many does he need?
He needs 500, I think.
He's 500?
Yeah,
Brother.
I think he needs 500 yards.
No.
He needs it. He needs them 500 yards, Marquis.
He does need 500 yards. What the fuck?
I think that he might get 250 next week, 250 the week after, and then we could just have him get like 30 in the last week.
Hopefully.
Just let him play for the first quarter. Let him get the 30 yards and then win. And then you just pull all the starters out. But dude, time is running out here. We gotta really shape up. There's some things from our quarterback that I don't want to see in the last 4 weeks of football.
Well, I think this is the first time that he's really underperformed since the bye. So
I don't know.
and I don't think he's been super awful since the bye.
The Giants game. He threw for 114 yards.
I think that was more Saquon's quote unquote revenge.
So
they probably schemed it so that he wasn't throwing as much.
whatever you want to believe, little brother.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
Next week-
saying. We have seen 3 mega stinkers this season now from him. And I get that not everybody is going to have or sorry, there's 4 games left. We're being crazy, not 3. There's 4 games. Steelers, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
Yeah.
So if he can get 150 yards each game.
Yeah.
Kill the Giants twice.
I think we need to see how he does against Pittsburgh this week. If he comes out looking like he did against the Panthers, yeah. No, absolutely, I agree. But this could just have been an off day for whatever reason.
You're talking about Jalen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. He's a good quarterback. He's definitely my pick right now for the quarterback, okay? It's not like I'm saying get rid of him or anything like that. It's just he needs to get it together, and Kellen Moore needs to come up with ways to make the offense work with him.
I think I think he has to a degree. Just it
Need a
could be
more
more
degree.
true. And I think everybody. I think, to be completely honest, I think everybody was preparing for a weak Panthers, and that's not what we got.
No, we did. It was a weak Eagles team that you watched.
No, a weak Panthers.
They dropped the ball and they fucked it. They totally bonered it.
You just mute yourself?
Yeah, for a split second, I thought somebody was opening the door, but we're good.
No, I just interesting. Whatever. I didn't know you had like a little thing to your side that muted you.
Oh no, I do that all the time. I'm surprised you haven't noticed. This is professional, right?
Okay.
I'm a pro, Marquis.
Alright. So let's move on to
I don't wanna.
Alright, well, thank you for watching the Fumble Forecast.
I just want to say, hold on. I'm not done with the Eagles yet.
Okay.
I just want to say, we've talked about it over and over again, how great Zach Mon is. He is now officially the single highest rated person at his position in the entire NFL.
It deserved.
It is deserved at the same time, but I just want to point out, what the fuck is wrong with the Saints as an organization? How did you fuck this up so bad? We got him for a bag of peanuts and a bowl of mashed potatoes. And that boy can play. Oh, my camera just took a shot off the deep end there for a second. And that's all I wanted to say. I can't help but highlight how good our defense is every single week. Because no matter what they do, they just always come out on top. Every time.
Yeah. No, the real. As much as.
It's the only
Saquon's-
reason we're winning any games.
I don't think that's the only reason.
We'd be a 3-win team if it wasn't for this defense.
I disagree.
Okay. Whatever you say, big dog.
Look, no one thinks more highly of the defense than I do. But it hasn't just been the defense.
Yeah, it has.
See, I'm not entertaining this from you,
Okay, fine. Let's go through the week by week here.
you motherfucker.
Come on, let's do it. Okay, so there
So
are
if
a
it's-
couple of games.
If it's
where-
just the defense, why are we singing Saquon's praises? It's not
Because
just the defense.
Saquon is amazing.
Saquon is amazing, and Kellen Moore is a lot better than fucking. What's his name?
Brian
forgot-
Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah,
alright?
you're right. He is
Dang it.
marginally better than Brian Johnson. So let's go through the week by week here. So we have week 1 where we put up 34 points against the Packers. I would say that's an offensive win. We balled on offense in that game. That's one. And then we scored 28 points against the Giants. That's another game that I would say the offense won. The Bengals, we schooled the shit out of them. The Jags, so we're at 4. Cowboys, we beat the shit out of. And then the Rams. So we'd be a 6-win team, in my opinion, if it wasn't for the defense locking people down. But honestly, I don't really consider the wins against a 3-point Giants team and a 6-point Cowboys team to be huge offensive wins. I only counted them because we scored a ton of points on them.
Yeah, they fucking suck.
They do. They fucking suck. But without the defense, we'd be a 6-win football team.
Yeah, I just don't agree.
Okay, well, I mean,
I
the
just
scores
can't.
every week speak for themselves. Why aren't they scoring points then?
I'm not. I'm
Hmm.
not saying it's an offensive scheme. I'm saying that it's not fair to just say it's only the defense. It's both sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball. Sure, the defense is performing better than the offense, but that doesn't mean that just because they're performing better than the offense, that the offense isn't performing. We
No,
we
the
gave
offense isn't
we
performing.
get
That's what I'm telling you.
They are. They're a three-quarter team. You know,
No, we have one
they're
player on our offense who is playing 3/4 of football.
yeah, that is something that needs to be cleaned up.
Let me ask you this, okay? If Saquon Barkley were to be injured in week 1, how many football games do the Eagles win?
7.
Come on, buddy. You're just saying more than 6 just to spite me. You know I'm
I
right.
am.
You know I'm right. So
I
you're right.
am.
They are winning all
But,
these games because of the
but
defense and Saquon Barkley. I'll give you that.
well, I think these are just, to be honest, we've had a soft schedule. We've been facing trash teams.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I've heard some people starting to say that. I don't think so. And the reason that I don't think so, we played against the Commanders when they were on an absolute hot streak. They were on a
Sure.
fucking heater. We killed them.
Okay.
We killed the Ravens in their own stadium. We beat the Rams, who are going to the playoffs most likely. Um, we have beat the Bengals, who are way better than their record suggests. And we beat the Packers.
Yeah.
That's 5 really good teams and 1 Los Angeles Rams team. So I'm tired of hearing this strength of schedule shit. We also are going to play the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I have heard some tweeting, some little chirping about how we're not playing good teams, and it's just not really true. I mean, we did lose to the Buccaneers, and they're good. Not great, but they're good enough.
Mhm.
So I'm tired of hearing this bullshit that we just play dog water teams. Most of the teams we played against are at or very close to 500. Or way over 500, like the Ravens. So yeah, don't come at me like that. Oh, another thing, a news story from coming out of the Eagles recently that I am absolutely going to squash the bean on right now. We have heard from a press conference when AJ Brown came out and he said that the passing game isn't what he's expecting or liking, and he's not happy with the passing game. Everyone and their fucking grandmother have been talking about how worried they are about AJ Brown being unhappy, and oh my god, him and Jalen Hurts' relationship must be in shambles. And then Brandon Graham jumps in and says something about the passing game, and he's like, well, you heard AJ, he's upset. Oh my god, dude. So today, they had a press conference, just as I expected. Literally nothing is wrong. They had a press conference today. Both AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts threw ice on this fire instantly. They ask AJ Brown, how you doing? He says, well, our relationship is personal. I mean, it's pretty deep. There's no real problems here. You guys are just misconstruing what I was saying and misunderstanding me. And then Jalen Hurts comes out. They ask him the same question, like, what's going on with AJ? And Jalen Hurts immediately says, we're good. There's nothing to report on here. So stop fucking making shit up bigger than it is for a headline. It doesn't help anybody.
I mean, sports hosts gotta talk. You know,
It's
they
fucking
got
stupid.
they gotta yap.
In AJ, we trust.
Yeah,
All right.
I saw a headline: Mad Dog tired of AJ Brown. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you even on about?
Who's Mad Dog?
Some ESPN analyst.
Oh, I see. He's tired of AJ Brown, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so what's the next game we're talking about this week, little Marky? Oh no, I don't like this. He's gonna talk about the Jets.
Yes, I am.
The second I heard that little snicker, I knew it was gonna be about the Dolphins beating the Jets. I'm not a Dolphins fan. Baby, baby, baby. Yeah, okay, buddy. Why don't you start chirping?
It's not so much that
Mm.
I'm still a Dolphins fan.
Oh yeah.
It's just that as I was bringing up all the games I wanted to talk about this week, I pulled them up on ESPN, and when I pulled up the Dolphins game, the shot of Aaron Rodgers at the press conference over after the game just it floors me, and I'm gonna send it to Tom too.
Oh boy. Mark, stop. Oh. Yeah, that's the face of retirement, brother.
If that isn't the face of someone saying, "Yeah, I should have retired a year or two ago,"
He's cooked.
I don't know what the fuck is.
See, here's the thing. He's obviously cooked, and he obviously is done. Just by looking at him, you can tell he's done. You know he's going to keep trying to play
I know.
because it is the only personality trait he has is that he is an NFL quarterback.
It's gonna be so hilarious watching him play on the Jets next year.
No, he won't be. The Giants are going to sign him. Dude, they would. Dude, what if the Cowboys? They would.
Can't laugh. Oh, I can't laugh. Please don't do that to me. I want to laugh.
Jerry said he's all in.
Yeah.
We're bringing in Aaron Rodgers. The absolute glory hole.
There's pretty much all I wanted to say on this game. I mean, whatever. Two bottom AFC East teams playing against each other. Neither one's making it to the playoffs, obviously.
You know, I do want to throw this out there. Aaron Rodgers is obviously cooked, but he had a hell of a game.
Yeah, he did. Still trash.
Another thing, I gotta say, why is Tua throwing it 47 times a game?
It's a Swiss cheese, you know. You gotta.
Yeah, is the CTE starting to whisper to him already? Like, is he already becoming the general? Because I just I don't know what the mix is here. 47 passes to 17 rushes.
Yeah, it's a.
It's real. That's real wild. Like, are they trying to get him hurt?
Yeah, They probably are. Because
I
they want to
mean,
pick up Cam Ward. Yeah, Cam Ward to the Ducks.
he's gonna be a giant. I'm telling you.
I still don't see it. They picked up Drew Law.
Let me
Yeah.
let me go ahead, and I'm so confident in this. In fact, that if the Giants are the number 2 pick in the draft, they are going to draft Cam Ward. I'm calling it now. I'm telling you, they're going to draft Cam Ward. But who knows? They might draft an O lineman instead. You never know with the Giants. They're kind of morons, and I like it that way. So I'd be no one would be happier about them drafting an O lineman than me, instead of Cam Ward, because I want to see Cam Ward go to a good org. Please not the Saints. Please not the Saints.
Yeah, that's really who's gonna pick him up. Anyway, let's move out. Let's move out west, and kind of a ballin' day for the NFC West now, wasn't it?
NFC West, yeah.
Except for one.
Except for who?
Except for one.
Oh, well, I mean, poor Cardinals.
Yeah.
I,
They have to play the Seahawks, lose, and watch the Rams and San Francisco win.
yeah, it's pretty rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Now they're in 3rd place at the division.
I know.
Pretty bad. I'm no longer picking them in my playoff bracket at this point. I'm just saying. I have abandoned the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild that the 49ers still have a chance to sneak in.
I know.
I would be very upset if the 49ers snuck in. Who do they got left? They have Rams, Dolphins, Lions, Cardinals. They're going to lose 3 of those games. We're good.
Yeah.
We got nothing to worry about. But can the Lions please, like this upcoming week, they're playing the Bills. The Bills are coming off a bad loss. Can you please fucking beat those goddamn Lions?
No.
Like, I'm telling you, dude, the number 1 seed for the Eagles is going to be a fucking big deal.
Yep.
Like, that bye week is real meaningful. And having to have the Lions come here to play us instead of go there to play them, it's a big deal. I think if the Lions have to come here, the Eagles will smack the piss out of them. But if the Eagles have to go there, I give it like a 50-50 coin flip. I'm very not confident in winning in Ford Field, which is not something I would have said 2 years ago. So what other games do you got on here? Because there's one big one we got to talk about.
Bills, Rams.
Well, I mean, no, that's not the big one that I was going to talk about. But yeah, the Rams put on a show against the Buffalo Bills, man. I got to say, you saw in that game exactly why Josh Allen can't be the only player on the football team. You have to block some of the touchdowns.
Yeah.
You can't just strap a cape to Josh Allen and he just wins every game automatically. He can't just be both the rushing leader and the passing leader on the team every single week and you guys just win games.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I heard this from Rex Ryan earlier today.
It'll be biased.
Well, Josh Allen is the first guy to throw 3 TDs, run 3 TDs and lose since 19 whatever
60 something.
Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
almost in like half a century since something like that happened.
Yeah. Well, let me put it to you this way. You can't blame Josh Allen for losing that game.
No.
You just can't. He generated like 440 yards of offense by himself. And I mean actually by himself too.
Yeah.
But that's exactly why you can't just have one player on the team. It's such a scam. I feel so bad for him. Bring him here. But no, the big game I wanted to talk about was the Chiefs Chargers. Dude, the Chargers are the worst 8-5 team I have ever seen in my life. I keep saying this shit every single week. What the fuck are they doing? They just can't call plays to save their fucking lives. And their run game is shit. Shit. Their top rusher was 36 yards. That was the juice.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, and then KC sold their soul to the devil.
Yeah, honestly, on that last play there, though, this was the one with the weird kick at the end, right? That bounced in.
Yeah, the doink
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Mahomes was on the sideline doing dark magic.
Come on, just one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, money, pay me hung. I just, they can't keep getting away with this.
I think, unfortunately,
They're going to.
for the rest of the year, we're gonna see them
I
keep
told you
getting away with it.
3 weeks ago that the Chiefs were going to the Super Bowl, and you didn't listen.
No, I believe that they will as
Oh,
well.
okay.
It's just
That's not what you said 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. It's just I'm hoping that the magic wears off.
Nope.
I'm hoping, man, the band can dream.
No, you can't. No dreams here. Sorry, bud.
It's just
Please.
such bullshit, man. It's such bullshit. The Bills are playing one of their best seasons ever, and the Chiefs are gonna go to the fucking Super Bowl.
Well, the Bills are stinky.
Sure, but like I feel bad.
Well,
for
hey,
Josh
dude, the
Allen,
Super Bowl
man.
for the Bills was beating the Chiefs for once. They already won their Super Bowl for the year. They beat the Chiefs one time. Ever.
Because of that, they're not gonna go.
Exactly.
I see.
I actually think that the Bills might get the number 1 seed still, but they might like whiff in their first game of the playoffs.
Dance.
Yeah. It'll be rough. It'll definitely be rough to see.
I have faith in the Browns.
I still believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. I'm telling you.
Well, they need to win out, right?
No.
No?
They need the Chiefs to start losing.
Well, they get to have some say in that on Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly. I think that they need the Chiefs to lose 3, and the Steelers need to win 3, and then they would be in.
Yeah, as long as they don't win against us this coming week.
I don't think they will. I think that's the one game that they're going to lose. I think that the Steelers' offense is just too anemic. but they got one hell of a defense. My eyes tell me that the Eagles have the number 1 defense and the Steelers have the number 3 defense. So, well, actually, I'd say they probably have the number 2 defense now.
I was
But
gonna say,
if you asked me a little
has-
bit ago, I would have said the Lions had the number 2 defense.
Really?
Dude, they're fucking monsters. Even without Aiden Hutchinson,
All right.
they don't really give up a whole hell of a lot of points. But because
Yeah.
they're out of the picture practically for that spot, I think that the Steelers are probably either 2 or 3 on defense. So, and the Vikings aren't far behind either.
All right.
We
Anything else
legitimately
before we
might see
move
a
on?
wild card team with like 11 wins in the NFC this season. Or two wild card teams with like 11 wins. Yeah. But I gave my fraud watch already. That was Jalen Hurts. Who's your fraud watch?
I don't know, man.
I stole the good one.
Oh, I know. Cowboys special teams.
They perform fraudulently.
Yeah.
Sweet Lord. They lost them the game.
Moving on to Monday Night Football, the Bungles in AT&T Stadium.
AT&T Stadium.
Y'all motherfuckers really thought you had a chance. Y'all motherfuckers really thought you win 2 games, 2 back-to-back
Yeah,
games.
honestly, you win 2 games and you think that you're a playoff team.
And you think you're a fucking playoff team, motherfuckers.
Yeah, honestly. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think the Cowboys win another game for the rest of the season. I think the Panthers are going to beat the Cowboys.
Oh, God. I just hurt myself, but I had to do it.
Are the Cowboys going to get a top 10 draft pick this season?
Probably, since they're going to lose the rest of the game.
Let's see, who's worst? Who's worst? There are... Currently, they would be 11th, so they wouldn't even get a top 10 pick.
Huh.
Stay right where you are, scumlords. Cumlords.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah, they're trash. All right, Mark. So, have you made any changes that you want to make to your playoff picture?
Nope, I'm locked in.
You're locked in. I think I'm staying locked in too.
Well,
I'm putting Bills at 3.
After this week, we have to be locked in. There's no more changes.
Yeah, that could be. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
The bracket can still move around. Or are you talking about just for us?
For us.
Oh, okay.
Like we're trying to make the prediction. Like we can't.
Yeah, I know.
If we keep like changing our prediction, it's like, well,
These guys are fucking scumbags.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I am. I'm sticking with it, except I am changing a little bit. I am giving the Texans the division now instead of the Colts.
Glad you've come to the light, Tom.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers really out here trying to be special, saying the Colts are going to win the division.
Bro, they were 1 game down last week.
Yeah, they're not winning the division.
But they could, though. They had a bye this week, so technically they're not even actually down. No, you know what? Fuck you. The Colts are winning that division. Suck my balls. But for real, though, I would be surprised at this point if the Colts won their division now, but I'm not ruling it out completely. I still think that Pittsburgh will have the number 1 seed in the AFC when all is said and done. I think that our Super Bowl might be the battle for Pennsylvania.
I hope so too.
In Louisiana. Boy, I don't fucking hope so. The Steelers have a legendary track record with Super Bowl wins. I don't want that. I don't want that smoke and heat. I'm good. And I definitely don't want to make any changes to my NFC prediction. So I think I'm good. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, let's do our games of the week.
All right. Games of the Speak. We got a couple of real good ones this upcoming week, like the Bengals Titans.
And
All right.
Baltimore, New York.
So I'll let you go ahead and pick the obvious one first.
Yeah. Super Bowl preview. Buffalo and Detroit.
That's not the easy one.
Yeah, I know. I'm giving you the easy one.
Yeah, the Steelers-Eagles are the game of the week. Fuck off, everyone. Die. You got a problem with that, Busters? But yeah, we got the Bills-Lions and the Steelers-Eagles both at 4:30 this Sunday. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Gio.
And there are also some other decent looking games. We have Green Bay and Seattle Sunday night. We have 2 Monday night games.
Green Bay and
realizing
Seattle
that.
is not a good game.
Miami and Houston.
I'm thinking that the Rams 49ers might be good. I mean,
Yeah.
but let's not overlook the real game of the week, Mark. The Jets Jaguars. They're really serving us up some gold in that game.
Could you imagine if that was one of the primetime games?
Oh, dude, I wouldn't put it past the NFL.
Could you imagine if that was Thursday night tomorrow?
I don't want it to be. You're off tomorrow too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, swagger.
God, it would have been fucking hilarious.
And who could forget about the Patriots Cardinals? And what about great hits such as the Falcons Raiders in prime time on Monday night?
Yeah.
Some teams just should be banned from prime time. Like, bro, Panthers and Giants banned from prime time next season. We're done with that.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah, for real. I don't want to watch you anymore. Dude, I'm telling you, the Sunday Ticket needs to add the function to watch 8 games at the same time. I have 2 computer monitors. Why can't I watch 8 games?
Hey, you know.
But yeah, no, I think I'm done.
All right. Go ahead and do your spiel.
Thank you for joining us this week for the Fumble Forecast. I always appreciate it, and so does little Marky. And we hope that we'll see you again next week. We do this every week. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Remember to hit that follow button on whatever platform you're watching us on, wherever you get your podcasts, as long as it's Spotify or YouTube. And have a nice night, everybody. Bye, guys. Go Birds.
Bye.